It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel, where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists, and I promise you that you won't be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing, talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, my next reaction of today, we are going to the UK. Well, we are staying in the UK and we are checking out Ren's latest uploads for Joe. And now, before I press the play button, everybody knows that he's left Canada to come over to the UK. And I'm just going to read out everything that's in his description page. So bear with me, please. And I think it's warranted because of the subject matter of his of the song. And if anybody goes onto this channel, not my channel, Ren's channel, right, and press play before you read the description page, right, get your hands out there, apply your face about that side, this angle, and just slap yourself. And if that didn't work, turn your head that way and apply that side and see if that will just shake it for you. Because that's what you should be doing. Reading the description page before you press that play button, because it is valid, okay? Right, so let's go ahead and read it. I don't care how long it takes. So after Joe died, the visit I paid to North Wales was fleeting. By being somewhere new, I could be someone new. I get that. Brighton didn't just offer me a new chapter, it offered me a new book and a whole new chapter. On Monday, I would make a difficult journey home because of music and the fundraising efforts of my incredible following. Because they are incredible. They are. And they're following you for a good reason, mate. I'm telling you. We managed to raise an incredible 21,000 for the RNLI, an incredible team of volunteers who risk their life without pay to aid calls of distress from British shores. The night Joe went missing, they were out on a choppy stretch of water between Anglesey and the Mainland until 5 a.m. looking for Joe in pitch black. 5 a.m. That's like more than a needle in a haystack. Without pay, from the goodness of their hearts, and they continued to search efforts from the entire following week until hope dwindled, not dwindled. They owe us nothing, and gave us everything. I love people like that. I really, really do. It just, if there weren't people like that in the world, I don't know how the world would be. I really, really don't know. Yesterday, I decided to pay a visit to Joe's mum and dad and asked to play them a new live session I recorded. It was probably the most nervous I've been playing someone. It's probably the most nervous I've been playing someone a video that I've made. The topic was an easy one, especially for parents who have lost an incredible son. I nervously hit play, and the gravity of what was showing sunk in, and I began to cry. In the end, we sat in silence, silently sobbing. Joe's mum turned to me and smiled and hugged, and I felt much lighter. Joe's mum must be absolutely amazing. I understand that she's, with some of the money, she's buying a caravan, and she's going to be calling it Joe's Caravan. I think that's absolutely amazing. It made me realise I guess what I've always known. Music is far more than music. Totally. It's a channel of communication for the things that are impossible to say. It's a bridge between the living and the dead. It's a way to stay immortal. It's a way to resurrect the dead. It's a universal language. It cuts down barriers of parts of which are encapsulated in a cast steel iron. It allows frozen rivers to thaw and become unstagnant. I owe myself, my life, everything I am to music. Music is the coolest thing to God I know. I'm so grateful to be doing what I do and to tap into the music force. My life, my energy, myself, I internally devote it to it. And it's filmed by Samuel Perry. Again, Samuel, mate, you are amazing. I know you got influences and all that stuff, but you in itself are amazing, Sam. Telling you. Samuel, not Sam. I don't know, maybe you like to be called Sam. So look, I've read it out, and I hope you guys read it out as well. So now let's go straight into my reaction of today, shall we? So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? I like the way how the bottle light is kind of like an off focus to the picture. Love that Elizabethan approach.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast, to tell the truth. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the angle. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying. And holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk, there's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you, absurd, fuck.
I knew you can play the piano, but I didn't know to what extent. I knew you got lyrics in your pocket, but I still don't know to what extent. Every page I turn of what is Ren.
Another domino, it falls across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes. Some will die before they live, that's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather, otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body, but for everything it's worth. Made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you.
You played this to Joe's mum, and you both sat in silence.
freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
So that was Ren with For Joe. I've reacted on an artist, I Am. He was on The Voice America. I think it was American Idol. And he was singing a song, what's his name? I can't remember the artist's name, but it's a very, Chase the Monsters Away, the song. And his dad passed away, I think about 2 months or 3 months between that time. And it was just so emotional where somebody takes in a song and you saw this person just like open up and everybody was like crying. I don't know what's going on with this world today, but I feel that in this era and time for the past, I don't know, 10 years or something like that, there's been a hell of a lot of crying through music. A hell of a lot. Maybe it's me. I've been crying a hell of a lot through different styles of music from around the world. And I'm trying to understand what is behind this crying thing. What is going on in this world where there's a lot of crying. And hurt. And not enough laughter and joy. And I'm not saying that evil is taken over or anything like that, but I'm searching for the goodness on this planet. And it's far and few between. And what is at the forefront is all this strong, die-hard sin. That's what I'm going to call it, die-hard sin. Whether it be after the watershed, 9 o'clock on TV, loads of evil. Whether it be a vampire, monster, or zombie, or someone shooting, or someone dying, after 9 o'clock is all game, fair game. When I was young, I can't remember all that stuff. I can't remember after 9 o'clock there was so much violence and horribleness. And it's like, when I want to turn to goodness, I turn to music now. When I want to understand someone's trials and tribulations, I go to music. And Ren is an amazing ambassador for opening up and sharing one's journey and the ups and downs of it. And in doing so, there's certain things that we can embrace, certain things that we can take from it. Where we say, you know, this has happened to me, a similar event has happened to me, or wow, you know, a similar event has happened to my friend, and you want to pass that song over. A song. You want to pass a song over to somebody that could benefit. A song. Just like Red said down the bottom, house music is so powerful. And I said this before. In all the historic events, there's always been the music to back it up. Always. Music is constantly in our heart, our soul. The frequency, the I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And it's artists like Ren that are, you know, the few that will open up and express themselves. No, you know, I'm not saying if he knows or not know, but I'm sure he knows now because all the amazing comments that he gets. But it's helping people. Not as in helping people as a solution, but helping people as in, I'm in the same boat. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're going through. Just to say, I understand. Or just standing there listening to somebody else that, you know, all these little things that help. It really does. And this has been a long time since Joe's passed away. And it is so fresh in the loved ones' hearts and minds. And it's keeping Joe alive. I mean, Joe's always going to be constantly alive. You know, no matter what you do in shape and form, Ren's always going to have particular people in his heart and soul. That is his DNA, you know. Ren has helped me out so many times, either putting stuff on Instagram and putting things and doing me a shout out on his community page, and he's helped out so many other people, just like without even thinking. And for people like that, you know, I've got many people, friends and all that like that, they are subject to so many different kind of pains because they allow themselves to be open. And when you're open, you're allowing certain things to come in. You can't control what's coming in and out, but you certainly have got to have that emotional state to those things that you're going to embrace. And you're going to express those how you feel. Because that's all you know how to do. You know, you know, I can go on talking for ages, but I just love the fact what you from Canada, raise the fund, come back home, speak to Joe's mum, go into the Freckled Angels pub or a restaurant, seeing your friends, you know, making yourself feel like home, and you're gonna go back to Canada with your treatment again. There's so much things happening around you and you always think about other people. That's what Ren's about, man. I salute you. Boom.
The hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.